Welcome, friends. We now go on to our next episode of Mary e-learning, and we are glad to introduce Ms. Sarita Yadav, who is an assistant professor in Mary, that is Management Education and Research Institute. And today's topic is the current developments in FinTech. Why this FinTech has come? What is the extent of its application in India? Uh, Compared to also international levels. And though we might primarily talk about its application in banking, but we also will look at insurance and financial services because many times now it's the same organization which are doing it. Now, many of our friends may not know if I ask two questions, the answer of. Question number one is which bank has got the largest number of accounts in the world?
I think it's SBI.
It is State Bank of India, right?
Yeah.
Most of people don't know
Yes.
because they look at the deposits, then divide it by 80 rupees and say dollars, and then somebody else has got more deposits in terms of dollars, but not in
Exactly.
terms of rupees. And when we are doing our work with each other in an economy, in India we are doing it with rupees, we're not doing it with dollars, right? So how does the dollar rate matter to us, except for a few things which may be imported, which also become available in rupees?
Yes.
Since banking services will be all 100% given inside, what's the point of dividing it by dollars, right?
Exactly.
So therefore, the load on the system comes in terms of the number of clients you're dealing with, the number of products you're dealing with.
Yes.
So clients multiplied with products, that multiplication in India becomes very large. Okay, and it's just true, SBI has got the largest number of accounts. Let me ask the second question. Let our friends also think about it. Which insurance company in the world has got the largest number of policies and which are active?
I think it's LIC.
Yes, very good, very good. You are a good professor. So, Life Insurance Corporation has got the maximum number of insurance policies
Yes.
which are active, and most people know that the service levels are quite high.
Yes.
These days, of course, if something is due to you in September, in August end, your check comes home, right? And what you might say fraudulent dealings, etc., are hardly there. It's rare that something happens, and it's a black swan event. Now, when we've discussed this, obviously it means that the loads in India on financial services
Yes.
are very high, very high.
Yes, sir.
And there was a time when, because of the use of technology, you could handle it, but the technology was expensive. And we were in that socialist mode where introduction of technology was considered that it will take away jobs. And the unions will also strike.
Exactly.
I can tell you something interesting.
Yes.
When I was quite young, I became consultant to LIC with a very senior professor of IIM Ahmedabad. And they had a strike situation at that time. Why? Because computers were going to be introduced. One computer in a branch. And the employees went on a strike. So this was a long-term assignment. I was looking at how they can have a marketing orientation. So then I went again and talked to chairman and other directors. They said, sir, when you came then, we were divisional managers only. Now we are directors and chairman. And our people used to go on strike
Yes.
if we introduce computers. Today, if we take away the computers, there will be a strike.
Railways were the same thing.
Railways was the
happening.
same thing, right?
Yes.
So the job of people at that time was very difficult to introduce technology,
Yes.
right?
We were
Now-
not adapting the technology actually.
But yes, because they will think that our job will go away. Because
Yes.
it was said, it will save, automation will save
Yes.
workers not required. So, and then to that, it shifted to efficiency
Yes.
and ability to do certain things. Now, therefore, change came. When instead of 1,000 computers being bought by LIC, if you're going to buy 10,000, right? Or a ICICI Bank, I was chairman of the technology committee there. Instead of buying 500 ATMs, I ordered for 5,000. Then my cost goes down.
Yes.
Second point. The utility of technology in India is not the least, but it is the highest in the world. How?
Oh.
You never see a picture of any queues in front of ATMs in USA and Europe. Do you?
I have no idea.
Not
But
possible.
not possible. Yes.
Not possible.
Yes, sir.
You will not see a queue
Because of their reach. to
Because of the reach also, you can say, yeah, because of the reach, right?
Yes.
And secondly, now of course online banking is there, very few people even go to the ATMs, right?
Yes.
So they will be khali.
Yeah.
In India, still there are queues in front of the ATMs, which means what? The utilization is very high.
Yes.
And you were earlier looking at banking hours, and now it is 24 hours, right?
Yes.
So that service is 24 hours. Therefore, what happens? What happens is that in the initial stage, the cost of a transaction at ATM is higher than a cost of transaction in the branch.
Yes.
Now it is 1/10.
Yes.
The transaction in the ATM, which is air conditioned, even in a village.
Yes.
So you go in comfort.
Hmm.
Again, error possibility is very small. If it is there, you can get it corrected. The technology is very customer friendly.
Ji.
Hmm?
Easy to
And so even the lowest strata of society can handle it. Okay.
Yes.
If not, they can ask the security man there, and he will tell,
Hmm.
and there will be no problem. So see, therefore, it is the sociology of technology. So once that happened, ICICI in 2000 ordered the number of ATMs, which was more than the total ATMs at that time in India.
Oh.
But within 3 years, they fell short. Because many people will not go to the branch, but would go only to the ATM. Now you tell me why. ICICI branches were all air conditioned, all very nice persons there, nice young ladies, nice young men. Then why would they not go to the branch?
There may be the reason that because technology has advanced and now we are using the technology, we are able to avail all the financial services.
Now let me give you a hint
Hmm.
that it's a sociological phenomenon, not technological phenomenon, because of which they do it.
If it is sociological, so if we are using the technology for the availing financial services, that will show the our standard. That may be the reason that this person is making the online payments.
Now
or
I tell
something
you, a very senior man who was a member of my committee,
Okay.
Mr. Narayana Murthy, Infosys chairman.
Oh, that's great.
When we were discussing this technology issue and how many ATMs should be bought and what should be the extent of other FinTech which should be applied in ICICI.
Okay.
It had just become a bank, 2000 ki baat kar raha hu main.
Okay.
So he says, my company was the first one to have ATMs on the campus. And now hardly anybody goes to the ICICI branch which was there. And they all go to the ATM. Their salary is deposited there and they take the money. So neither our department nor the ICICI branch has got anything to do.
Okay.
Now he says, my driver, who has been with me for a long time. So I gave him few shares.
Okay.
At some time. Now those shares are worth more than 1 crore of rupees. Now driver, he asked the question to driver. If you have a choice, we're just going, let's stop by, to go to the branch or to go to the ATM, where would you go? His driver said, first of all, I am going to come the other side, open the door for you. You come out. You go to branch. Manager will get up and salute you, make you sit down, and whatever you want to do will be done. Right? Right, Mr. Murthy?
Yes.
He said, yes. Supposing I go inside. I am wearing a shopper's dress. Nobody is going to ask me for a glass of water.
Exactly.
But now I'm saying that you please go, withdraw 1,000 rupees, and I'm going to the ATM. Then see. So Narayan Murthy came out. I have taken 1,000. Driver comes out. He says, sir, I've been waiting for you for 10 minutes. I got this 10 minutes ago. You took so much time.
Yes.
And he says, ATM, whether you were standing in front of me or standing behind me, ATM would have served according to the queue.
Yes.
Right? But our Indian society is such that inside I will not be served first. You will be served first.
Yes.
He says that incident told me that the technology will succeed greatly in India. Because technology does not respect the hierarchy of society.
Yes.
And should not, right? And therefore, these people, the workers, your maid, your driver, your farmer, everybody felt comfortable going to the ATM.
Yes.
Nice air-conditioned thing. You got your stuff. If you didn't get your stuff, there was an error or something, it will get sorted out. right? In branch, you didn't have that respect as the well-off people will have.
Yes.
So now from there, let's take off to your part of the thing in terms of what the fintech are, how are they growing, what are the issues. So this sets the background that why fintech actually, once it came to India,
Hmm.
its adoption was faster than the developed economies.
Yes.
And from expensive technology, it became affordable technology. So first, last line is, then we said, fine, let's talk about the cost of transaction. So somebody said something, somebody said something. We asked the person who had developed the report and saying how many ATMs, right? So it is worked out on the basis of 8 hours. So I asked the question, are this damn thing is going to be open 24 hours.
Yes.
Why are you looking at this capacity in 8 hours?
Yes. Yes.
This is because in the US and all, they do it because nobody at night will go and take the money,
Yes.
right? Here the people do it.
Yes.
So, therefore, one has to look at technology from one's own context, and the sociology is important, psychology important, right? And we were lucky that we went on. And since we started adopting it in the banks and the financial services, the other things came of digitization, which we will talk.
Yes.
That how much of digitization which has come in India
Hmm.
is unbelievable. It is more than anywhere else in the world.